All right, I think we are live. And thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. I was watching Michael's stream finish up, and I was like getting the Amazon stuff set up and a few other links and whatnot for some other pages. But I look up and I'm like, oh, geez, it's 11:01. I guess I better get started. So first and foremost, I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. So I'm going to hit my live stream real quick and see if I can hear myself. Not for some other. Yeah. All right. I think it sounds good too. Let me know in the chat if it doesn't sound good. And well, I don't know what I would do. Just kind of just figure it out. But the whole point of today's live stream is to catch up with you guys and just kind of go over the deals that pop up online through my email and all sorts of stuff. Because I haven't done a whole lot of content recently, and we can get into that when some more people get into the room, and I can explain why I've been missing for the most part. But I am working on stuff, and I do have a lot of things coming up. But let's just kind of go ahead and it looks like we've got Jay and Dave in here, and that's about it. So I talk to you guys every day, so this isn't really anything. I could do this on the phone if I freaking wanted to. I need to go live on YouTube. So let me go ahead and tweet this out again. And oh, hi Diana. And see if we can actually get anybody to listen to my live stream. And let's see what we got here. Let me tweet this out. And da 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 da. Oh, there's a few people that jumped in. It's probably Michael. I was right. Michael and Diana. All right, so we got some more people coming in here. So we'll let everybody trickle in here. Maybe get 10 or 12 people, hopefully. Yeah, mods are faithful. it's all mods, except Diana. And let me tweet this out real quick. Made it live. Everything is working. And what I might actually get hold on. Okay. I might actually get brave and try to do some actual viewing of the websites and whatnot through Wirecast. And Fire's holding everyone hostage. Get offline, damn it. Try to screen capture what's going on online and whatnot. But taking a quick peek on here as I'm jumping through Wirecast, I go through the screen capture, and it doesn't seem to be playing nice. Oh, wait, there it goes. Now, it did the screen capture, but it's giving me everything, so I can't push that live because that would just look like a total mess. I mean, I guess I could slide this over and show you guys, but you don't want to see the chat and everything in here too. So I haven't used Wirecast in a while, and trying to figure out just to open up a specific screen on like desktop presenter. It's not letting me do any of that stuff. So I'm going to have to figure that out as we go here and try to get it to work. But in the meantime, we can at least talk about deals. And if anybody sees anything that they have that's a deal or they know of, let me know and we'll share it in here. But if you want to help support the channel, do your shopping on my link in the description through Amazon. It's an affiliate, obviously. You just go to the page. It's the whole page. And you just start shopping and whatnot. But I don't know anything about, Alex, I don't know anything about the 5G network from T-Mobile. I wouldn't be too excited about that as of yet. Because it's not really in a whole lot of places. And if they're telling you that it's 5G, it's really limited. And listen, where the 5G is available, it's awesome. It's absolutely insane. And the speeds are tremendous, and it works well, the whole nine. But it's not necessarily ready for prime time yet. It's rolling out. I mean, that's the whole point of it, right? To get it into the hands of the people and whatnot, so you can experience the speeds. But right now, it's pretty much in major cities, few major cities, not even a lot. AT&T has their faux 5G, which doesn't even really work, to be completely honest with you. I think Verizon's is faster. T-Mobile might have some variants to that. I don't know. But I think Apple has it right in the sense that they didn't even bother putting it in this year's phones because it's just not ready. And it's going to take a while. And I don't even know if it's going to be in next year's phones. They might. I don't know what the technology would entail for them to update that or have to do it. But, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because I don't work at Apple. I don't claim to know anyone that works at Apple, or have a source, i.e. look online. But it is what it is. Now, let's jump back a little bit here. Diana said she was looking for an Apple laptop. And depending on the laptop you were looking for, Diana, and what you were looking for it to do, I did see a deal yesterday that Apple has the Apple MacBook Air 13-inch, which is the 8 gig variant, 128 gig SSD, that is on sale on Amazon for a Black Friday deal. But $649. But it depends on what you're using it for. If you are not using it for anything other than browsing the internet and, watching some videos, it might work for you. But if you're going for anything beyond that, the screen's too small and it's just not powerful enough. And, depending on what your budget is as well, you might want to think about going on Apple's website and see what they have. And you might find something good on their refurb setup. So I'm not quite sure what it is that you're looking for and what your budget is. It's definitely something that you can look at. I always go to Apple's refurb and clearance store. If you go to their website and scoot all the way down at the bottom, it has it in there, like their little list of links and whatnot. Let me back up here and just say hi to, because we got a lot more people in the room here. I'll get back to the deals and whatnot. Alex, will you be reviewing the network? If I can get a 5G phone, I will. If I have to drive down to Philadelphia to test it, maybe I'll do that if Philadelphia is one of the ones that's on the list. Leela. Hi, Leela. Hello. Thank you for coming in. Sarah was complaining about 5G the other day. It's super slow. It depends on what you're doing, and where it's at and what they claim is 5G. Are there any good deals in the U.S.? Here is only like €100 less. There's some good stuff. I'm going to do a PSA real quick here. If you're looking for a TV, Black Friday is not the time to buy a TV. I'm going to tell you that right now, because the only... Oh, Dave, thanks for putting the refurb in there for Apple. I appreciate that. The only time you should probably be buying a new TV is before the Super Bowl. That's when they have the best deals that are out. Those are on current TVs. And even then, be a little bit careful about what you're looking for. If you want to buy a new TV, ask people that know about TVs and buy from there. Don't go on a Black Friday and, expect to get a TV that's not a couple years old with the technology. I just don't think it's worth it. And some people say, oh, I don't care. This is just for a spare TV for a spare room. It's not that big of a deal. You can get the 2019 TVs for a really good deal right now anyway. But most likely those are not the TVs that are on sale. They're like 2017. So I just, personally for me, if you really want to be happy with a TV, you need to research it, get the information from those who can tell you. But believe it or not, the TVs that you see out there that are for this year, there's actually levels to them. You go out there and see like a new QLED TV from Samsung, and they've got like the cheap, like you see like a real inexpensive one that's like, like a 49-inch or 55-inch. There's another model to that that's a 55-inch that is actually a better TV. You know, it's like a base model. And they don't describe that clear enough when they're talking about TVs and giving the information for the TVs. It's quite comical. And so just be careful. It's all I'm saying. Don't buy TVs on Black Friday, you know, and Alex says don't buy them online either. Well, I think if you want to get an idea what they look like, you can go to the store and check it out and then maybe go online and look for a better deal. So personally, I think that's important to see what you're looking at. You know, there are a lot of TVs out there, and I really would honestly only probably either buy Samsung or LG, maybe Sony. But Samsung and LG are just next level when it comes to not only the picture, but the interface. You know, I wouldn't buy a Vizio or a TCL, whatever. I know they're bigger in other countries. I don't know. A lot of guys on YouTube do videos on them because they get them for free, and I don't know. I have a Vizio here in my office, and you know, I'm not blown away by the picture. It's nothing like, too crazy. But anyway, so back to some deals here. Let's go looking online and see what's out there. Someone posted yesterday. If you're looking for, and there's a lot of content creators in here, if you're looking for an upgrade on your SD cards, there's the SanDisk Extreme 128 gig, and it's got the 150 read write. Absolutely insane. I will post a link in here. This is my Amazon link. So if you want to help out the channel, that's definitely something that will help me out. But they're only $20 for 128 gig. And mine aren't going so well lately. I've got the Extreme Pro, which these are more expensive. This is 128 gig, and the rating is coming off on, I think it's 95. This is a couple years old, but it's basically the same variant to the SanDisk Extreme. But the SanDisk Extreme that I just posted a link in there has a 150 read write, or probably not write. Read, and this is 95. So I'm going to be picking up a couple of those. I may even actually spend the $40 for the 256 and have a little bit more room because carrying less cards is always a bonus too. So that's the new generation cards. If you're someone that 128 gig is more than enough in most cases, and I've been using 128 gig, and I'm recording 4K. I'm going for 7 minutes at a clip, recording a video 10 minutes at a clip. I've done these with 20 minutes, working on some other stuff for 30 minutes, and at 4K on my camera, and it's not running short at 128 gigs. So that might be enough. $20, I don't think you can go wrong. Normally, like, I don't know, they always say $29.99, but let's be honest, it was probably more like $25 because they're overextending it. But hey, you definitely can't go wrong for that price, especially when they've got the 64 gig listed at $15, and the 128 gig is $4 more or $3 more. So that's my first deal. That's the first deal that I've seen out there that I think is a killer deal. If you're looking to go maybe a little bit more, this exact card that I have here, there's a newer model of it, just to show you the difference. The newer one is 170. Same specs when it comes to video variants and levels, the level 3 cards or 10, whatever the numbers that they have on there. But it's the exact same card, just basically a newer model. It reads at 170. This is $31 right now. So if you want to step it up even more, I'll put that one in there. The other one is probably more than enough for most people. You probably don't necessarily need to spend an extra $10. I don't think you're going to notice that much of a difference personally, because that's just read. The write scores are usually a lot lower. In fact, since we're sitting here talking, I could probably look that up and see what the rights are on there. Let's see here. Shot speeds up to 70. I think is that megabytes or megabits? But the transfer speeds are 150. So actually, transfer speeds are the legit 150. That's good. You definitely need all the speed you can get when you're unloading all your data and whatnot. But these are more than fast enough for your digital 4K stuff. The Extreme Pros, just to kind of go a little bit, are 90 shot speeds, so 20 more. And again, I'm going to say this wrong. I think it's megabytes for the shot speeds, and the transfer speeds are 170. So I guess you want to consider that the right speeds at 90 for that. So depending on it's megabits most likely. Okay, thanks, Michael. So those are a couple deals on those. The first link that I posted is probably a better deal for what you're looking for. And as a matter of fact, I'm probably going to throw a couple of those in my cart right now and get those, because my 128s are doing some funky stuff lately. I'm getting a little odd errors. I'm not losing any footage, but I am getting some odd errors on my stuff. So it's scary, just to say the least. But all right, let's see what else we got here as far as deals go. I have been not necessarily sucked into the smart speaker stuff, but we did get a Google that Google deal with the monitor that you can put in your kitchen or whatever, and you talk to Google and it plays videos and music and whatnot. We have it in our kitchen, and I got it for like $90. I think it was like $150 deal, and whatever. But if you're looking for like a speaker, I know people really talk about the Echo Dots and whatnot. They got it for $22 now for like the little Echo Dot, the latest generation, on Amazon, which is pretty cool. If you're looking to get into that and maybe try it out, it's not a whole lot of money. I put the link in there to check it out. So I mean, it's something little. You break into it and see if you like it, and then maybe go with something a little bit bigger down the road. But I was reluctant. I don't honestly, and again, I'm still kind of, it's not exactly the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, it's a speaker. What else are you going to be doing with it? Besides asking it to tell you jokes and whatnot, and moving on from there. But I know a lot of people like them. I was at my sister's house last night for Thanksgiving, and they were getting recipes from it when they were cooking during the day, and other hoo-ha like that. But that's just me. I'm an old man. I'm angry sometimes, and I may not be making the best decisions. But these things listen to you, and it's a little bit disconcerting sometimes. But I'll stop. It's all about the deals. Hey, McGee Films, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by, Diana. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate the support, and I hope it'll help you. Figure out what you might want to do. And deciding on what you want to pick up, because like I said, Apple doesn't have a whole lot of deals when it comes to earth-shattering. I think they're more than happy with making their bank any other day instead of severely discounting. But Refurb, way to go with Apple, because you can pick up your protection on that as well. And even they have the their Apple officially the MacBook Air, which I was telling you about, that's on Amazon. They have that on their website too. So it's a deal. It is a deal. Jay, I have the Echo. Literally only use it for a timer for my kids' timeouts. Exactly. And listen, it's I know people that really like it and they listen to it and whatevs. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not terribly sold on it when when it comes to what it can do, but um the extent that it is when it comes to the ecosystem of the Echo Dot is, you got Amazon Prime, you might get access to the music and whatnot. They're offering 4 months free when you buy the Echo or an Echo Dot. So, I mean, if you've got Apple Music or you've got your Android Music, you can play it on there as well. But, always trying to suck into that ecosystem. Jay knows about that ecosystem. Hey, Monica's on here on her own channel that has 0 videos and has like a ton of subscribers. So that's a key thing. If Monica ever wanted to start a channel, she'd have like an instant audience because they would be so shocked that she posted a video that they would have to watch. So, real quick, I have been researching TVs myself and going through those. So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to when you want to buy a TV. I got we cut the cable earlier this year, and one of the things that is the reason why we cut the cable is because we just don't watch a whole lot of TV anymore, and what we do watch isn't. I mean, you can get it anywhere. You can get it online, free most of the time. But there's only a few channels that we watch, and one of the deals that had come out, I don't know, it might have been a couple years now, but YouTube TV, it started off at like $35, and it was great. $35 a month, and they had a good chunk of channels available. Now, of course, since then they've raised the price, and I'm sure that the TV networks had something to do with that, or the cable companies. But it's like 50 some dollars now after taxes. It's like 55 or $56 a month. But my cable was a lot more. My cable was like $220, $230 a month. And that was cable, internet, and that stupid phone, which they never seem to let you get away from. Because I don't have a home phone. We never used it, never hooked up a phone. It was completely pointless. We just used our cell phones. And so for me, I never used the phone. I didn't care. Maybe for you might be different. But, with cell phones and everything, I mean, how often do you use the phone? So we got YouTube TV. And I just have internet now. So our internet, we got a deal through Fios for $79.99 a month for 3 years, and we got the modem for free. So, for me to spend $80 and another $55 for basically TV on YouTube TV, that's it. There's no cable box. There's no DVR to record. It's all through YouTube TV, unlimited DVR recording. You can set up your shows. You can do that. Now, the only caveat to that is every once in a blue moon, something is not streamable. And you will literally go to the channel. It says not available for streaming. And sometimes it's during a sporting event or a live TV event. It's like, what? What's the point of that? And I think that's just the network just screwing with people who cut the cable. And I have other ways around it that may not necessarily be totally legitimate. I do have what's referred to as like an Android box. My variant is called Dragon Streams. And I pay $20 a month for unlimited TV, pay-per-view, movies, and all that sort of stuff. So I am paying for something. And usually, like, I can get all the NFL games, all the hockey, all baseball, all pay-per-view events, UFC, WWE, all that sort of stuff that's on, boxing, for $20 a month. So that's an additional $20 that I pay. If for some reason something that I have to watch isn't on, I can go on there and get it. So for me, that's worth the additional $20. So we're at 80, 55, Howard Stern math, 70, 130, 150, 150 something a month. I think that's right. Good Lord, I hope that's right. For $150 a month, when I was spending over $220 a month, I'm still happy, and I have everything that I want. So I'm not complaining. But, something that I'm very, very happy with, and like I said, that only caveat with the YouTube TV. And now that we have Apple TV Plus, which is free for a year, we have the Disney Plus, which we signed up for, which we got the deal. So it was like $3 a month for the next 3 years. So again, we're less than 160 on that. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping the Apple TV or not, Apple TV Plus after the year. We'll see. Someone made a good point that with no contracts on these things, you could go in and consume content for a month or two, run out on it, and cancel it, and then go back to another service for another month or two, and leapfrog from different ones to different one because they're not locking you in. You can do that. And, it's a good idea. You don't necessarily have to have it all at once because Netflix releases everything all at once. You can go in and consume for a month or so, your favorite show, if that's something that you're doing, and other movies. And if you get tired of that, you can cancel it and then go to Apple TV Plus, which is less money. And you can go consume that content and go through and do that. And you can consume it, cancel it, and then jump onto something else. So don't think that you have to get it all at once if it's out there. Apple TV Plus is releasing weekly their shows. So if you don't want to check any of that stuff out, do the Netflix deal for 6 months, consume all of that, kill it, and then go to Apple TV, and you might have a good bank built up, and you can watch some of those shows. Some of the shows I'm watching and my wife are watching we really enjoy is The Morning Show, which is more adult content, like not necessarily for kids is what I mean. And I like C, which is the show about starring Jason Momoa, who's a blind. The Earth and everyone on it is blind, and there's 2 children that have sight, and actually a third guy. That is a good show, and For All Mankind I've been watching. So those are 3 that I like. They don't release those, but every Thursday or Friday. In fact, there's a new episodes that came out yesterday that they released early. So that's a weekly thing. So if you don't want to get Apple TV right now, I mean, it's free. You can wait, but get your free stuff now, watch the shows. But those don't come out but weekly. So you might be waiting a little bit for that stuff. So it's up to you. But let's get back to what's going on with the deals. I started talking a little bit about TVs, and I started talking about the internet and whatnot. But with the internet stuff and canceling all my stuff, we got a deal along with the $79.99 a month. We also got $200 credit for signing up. New. It just canceled mine, and my wife signed up. But I've been looking for a TV through that, and it's through Samsung. And I have no problem with Samsung. Like I said, LG or Samsung is my variant that I would pick out. And the TV that I'm looking to get, let me jump over here. The TV that I'm looking to get is a 55-inch, which fits my room. And it's the Samsung, I think it's Premium UHLD. Let me look that up real quick. Again, I was looking at the QLED, which is phenomenal. But as far as, and again, I need to ask a couple guys that have the QLED. There's different levels that they have. And this 55-inch QLED through Amazon is $700. And it's a 2019 model. However, between that one and the 55-inch Samsung Premium UHD, the difference between the two, and again, we're talking, LED versus QLED. The LED Samsung that I think I'm going to get is 120 hertz refresh rate, and the QLED is only 60 hertz. Now, that might not make a difference with the Q technology that they have, and that's one more thing I do have to ask. I have a couple feelers out for some people to tell me, really the difference because, again, you're crossing technologies and you may not even know, and it may not matter. Now, the QLED is a little bit more expensive for me with the $200 off through the Samsung site, but I don't think you would be disappointed in not only the picture quality of the Samsung, and I'll post the one that I'm going to be picking up because, like I said, I'm getting it for $200 less than what it's on Amazon's site for. But the important thing to remember with a TV, even if you're not picking one up today, I don't want you to go pick this one up. I'm just posting the link in there to show you the one that I'm looking at. Is not only the TV quality, but the interface. I have an old Samsung upstairs, and the interface, until they changed it, this was an old interface. It's not that great. It worked okay when I first got it. It seemed to slow down. But a lot of these TVs nowadays, it's the interface, in my opinion, which makes the experience better. With the Samsung, the remote is an automated remote or an audible remote. You talk to it, works with Alexa, the whole nine. But you can get Netflix on there already. You can get Apple TV on there. You can get Apple. I think you can get Apple TV on there. You can get YouTube TV on there. So I'm not going to need my Apple TV to work this and get all my functionality that I want on it. Same thing with LG. So this is just one that I'm just looking at. I don't necessarily think, like I said, you need to do your own research and find out. But this is the one I think I'm settling. On for my deal. But just a heads up. So, as I'm talking here, there are a ton of fellow YouTubers that I watch that are posting videos, Black Friday videos, that I think are absolutely awesome, that I think you should go check out. So real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and post a couple links in here for channels that I've watched and that I think have some pretty cool deals that you might find a few things that you might want to pick up. So I want to put their links in the chat as well, so they can get their referral groove on and let people know what's doing. The first one that I watched, where is it at? It's my buddy Armando. He did some really cool deals, and let me go ahead and click on this. This is going to start playing. Hopefully not. I can stop it in time. Nah, kind of. But I will go ahead and share his in there and copy the link. You can go ahead and check him out after the stream, of course. Or if you're bored, listen to me talk, you can go check that out too. But come back. Don't just go away, but come back. He's got some pretty cool deals here. So, some of the things that he has on there is like the Yeti, the Blue Yeti mic, couple cameras, couple lenses if you're really looking for something to upgrade for your deal. What else is that he have there? Oh, the Sennheiser MK400 mic. So a lot of content producing for content creators, stuff for content creators, and maybe some photographers out there and whatnot. But those are those deals, and I just wanted to share one of them to you guys. So let me get back to the deals here. And also, let me open up the old email. I am not a huge fan of Best Buy. It seems like we all always end up going there when it comes to getting things quickly. Every once in a while, they'll have something decent, but I always suggest that if you're walking through Best Buy and you see something and you're like, "Oh, this looks really cool," open your phone. How many people do this? I want to show of hands for the people that might still be in the chat. When you go into a store and you start shopping and you look for something that you may not necessarily need that day, do you bust out your phone and go search for it online to see if you can find it cheaper? Because that's what I do. I even have so much as a barcode scanner on my phone, and I look for it online to see if I can find it cheaper, or if it is cheaper, if it's something that I might want to get. And I will, hold off buying something. So if anyone's still awake in here listening to me drone on as you're continuing through your day, How many of you guys do that? You'll go into a store and you'll search. So lovely YouTube. Jay raising his hand. I mean, I do it all the time, and it's something that I think everyone should do. I don't think you should take it for granted that you walk into a store and they say, "Oh, this is the deal," and you should do that. So, definitely something that I highly suggest. If you don't do it, I think you should definitely do it. So, hi Santa. I agree. I was gonna jump on here with my Santa stuff on, and that I did in the thumbnail, but that's part of a video that I have coming up that I'm trying to finish up. I wanted to get right. I wanted to put it up before Black Friday, but they're deals that are normal deals for budget deals. So, it is what it is. Anyway, I jumped on Best Buy here, and this is one thing that I wanted to talk about. This is what I talked about. They have a Hisense TV. No. Do not go to Best Buy and buy a Hisense TV because it's $299. Don't. No. I don't care how good you think it looks. It will not last, and you will be disappointed. I don't think the interface will be anything near what a Samsung or LG. And listen, if you're in for a serious TV and you want a really good TV, you're gonna end up spending more than $1,000, maybe even around $2,000 if you want something good. And ultimately, these TVs that are sub $1,000, at the end of the day, aren't gonna have the class leading experience that you're gonna see from TVs. Not that you're not gonna be disappointed, because let's be honest, what the most thing that you end up doing is you end up laying back on your couch and you end up watching TV, and you're just kind of just sitting there relaxing. And after a while, you're not really even going to notice the picture quality. However, when you go to do something on the TV and look for something and change for something, and you want to adjust something, that's where your experience comes in as to that, to the overall programming of the TV and the interface. Those are the things that I think make a TV what it is. As far as the picture quality goes, the only time you're going to notice the difference is when you're standing side by side. But besides standing in a store, looking at a TV and comparing it to the one that's next to it, in most cases, 3 TVs down, that's the only time you're going to see it next to another screen to really sit there and go, the quality on that one's better. Besides that, you're going to look at it and go, the quality on the one I bought is really good. You're not going to pick your damn TV up and take it back to the store and go, I should have got that other one. And Jay, I bought a 42-inch LG TV from Walmart about 6 years ago. It's still going strong. Looks like crap, but still works. Yeah, 6 years old. It's definitely time to upgrade on a TV. But you know what? If it works, and it looks like crap, it's time to change. No, I'm kidding. If it still works, it is what it is. We've got a 32-inch. It's like 8 years old up in our bedroom. We don't use it a whole lot. What's up, BK? How you doing, buddy? Hey, the thumbnail for my next video that's going to be coming out, I tried to do on my own. So BK, I don't know if some of you here might know, does all my thumbnails for my Tech Examine channel, and I did this one on my own because it was part of my class that I'm taking. We had to do our own thumbnail, and we had to make it and share it with the people in the class, and we had to get basically feedback on how to be able to improve it and do better. So I had to do the thumbnail on my own, and at the end of the day, the guy running the class, Daryl Eves, was like, "Listen, you got a guy that does your thumbnails, and you're happy with it, and you're able to afford it, or the guy does it for free, or whatever the the arrangement is, you just don't like doing thumbnails, there's certainly nothing wrong with having someone else do your thumbnails. So it might get to the point where I go back and just have BK do my thumbnails for me because it's just horrible. So, in fact, I should probably just share it with you, BK. I'll send it to you in WhatsApp when I'm done here today. So, let's jump back into some deals, some tech deals that's going on here. I talked earlier about the YouTube. I'm sorry, I talked earlier about the Apple TV and what they refer to as like the plug-in box that gives you access to Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, which is new now, Apple TV Plus. Of course, Amazon, the Fire Stick TV is something that they promote, and I picked up one of the deals that I picked up that I'm going to be talking about in this video is similar to this, and I didn't want to go out and buy $150 Apple TV to put in our bedroom, which gets turned on when we're cleaning up the bedroom, like changing the sheets and whatnot, doing laundry, put the TV on, because we don't have cable right now, so I wanted to put a box in there. And I wanted to, spend as little as possible. But like I said, we want to be able to jump on and watch TV, Disney Plus or Apple TV Plus, or Netflix when I'm up there just putting something on, or YouTube TV. And the Fire Stick, I believe, will do YouTube Plus. Don't quote me on that. I can research that. But they have their Fire Stick for $24.99 right now. So, I think if it's something that you just want to plug in and use, you're probably not going to have the best experience with it. It might be a little bit laggy. There are other ones out there that are more expensive. But if you just want to try out the idea of, cutting the cable before you do it, and you want to do some of those things and try them out before you get rid of your TV to see what access you have, the YouTube TV, you can get it for free for a month if you go on there. Any deals on there, you try it out for a month for free and see how you like it. If you don't like it, you can go back to your cable. But if you're paying for paying for cable and you watch like 7 channels, you might be surprised what YouTube TV offers as far as that goes, or Netflix, or Disney Plus, or Apple TV Plus. What are these streaming services are pulling up? But in my opinion, when it comes to live TV, just as far as convenience, the ease to do it, and just the browsability, I think YouTube TV is above all the others. You can go on Apple TV and they show like, oh, here's this, NBC, and you don't really know, is it live, is it not? Like, I want to do my local TV. I want to see my local news every once in a blue moon, or local weather every once in a blue moon. YouTube TV allows that. Hulu, yes. I'm sorry. I always leave off Hulu because I don't use it. Hulu's on there as well. And Hulu and Amazon Prime Video, they are also have some really awesome shows on there. I'm a Netflix and a guy, and Apple TV Plus now. I never really got into Hulu, but I know tons of people that watch Hulu. And with Netflix and Hulu, and Apple TV, there is a ton of backlog of TV shows that are on there. Not necessarily live, but what makes YouTube TV so cool is the things that I watch, local TV networks. For me, local sports, which is, because of where I live, it's Comcast Sportsnet, which is what it used to be called, but now it's NBC. But it's like NBC, Sportsnet, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Pittsburgh, and I get all of that in Baltimore. I get all of that on there, and I get all of those games on there, so I can get my local sports if I want to watch the Flyers game or Phillies game. And I always see the Nationals on there, or the Ravens, or or the Orioles. They're on there, or the Pirates. Those are all on there for live sports. So that's one of the things that was always a huge turnoff for people to go to satellite, because for the longest time, cable TV was blocking that, and then guys would go get the NFL ticket, and that was blacked out. You couldn't watch your local sports. So it was like this struggle. And, I think that's what Apple TV or YouTube TV ended up paying more for, to be able to get that access to those. But again, once in a blue moon, something won't be live. It'll be not able to stream, which can be frustrating. So that's an important caveat that I'm going to keep on mentioning. You may hear me say it 1,000 times. I don't want someone to get something and be surprised, and that happens. From a functionality standpoint, from a usability standpoint, just the flow, it's so nice. It's so nice on the YouTube TV, and I could talk about it for hours. In fact, I should probably do a video on it on how much I love YouTube TV. The good definitely outweighs the bad, and it's definitely something that I think you should do. So, 1 second here. Thanks, Jay. That's my iced coffee. So the Fire Stick TV, I think it's definitely something that you can take a look at and decide if it's something that you might want to do. Now, there are other more expensive, accesses out there, but you'd be surprised what your TV has if you've got a newer smart TV that might be available to you. So once I pick up this new Samsung TV, a lot of that I won't need for the Cable Box 4. So, a lot of that can go away, and it just all depends. So, I'll find out when I get it if I like the way that the interface works. It's something that took a long time for the boxes to catch up to, because it was something that was so clunky. You'd have your TV, and then you'd have to switch the HDMI. Now, I don't know about you, but asking my wife, friends, in-laws, parents, other people to come into the house and go, hey, why don't you go ahead and you're on cable, go to the Apple TV and you can go check out Netflix. Having them try to figure out your remote to change the HDMI input to go to a box is something that is finally getting to be a little bit more normal. But 10 years ago, asking somebody to change your input on your TV to switch to go watch a cable box was something that was like, ugh. There were some companies out there that I had actually reviewed that got shut down pretty quickly. Was a box that lets you watch regular TV, your cable TV, and it lets you put it into an interface, and I can't remember. I think I even have a video on it. It had a great overlay, and it lets you access basically cable through this, and it lets you... All right, BK, thank you so much. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. It lets you experience the idea of having like an Apple TV box or a Fire Stick box or anything. The interface was laid over top of your cable, and it gave you access to other things, streaming services, not in the same sense that it was back then, but you get my drift. It was almost like a computer on your TV, and it was probably something they didn't get all the approvals for. They just did it, and once it started getting a little popular, network TV, cable, streaming, or satellite, they put the kibosh on that. And it was really cool because, like I said, the overlay was on top of your cable, and it was just so cool. If I can find it, I'll post it in here. But it was just so cool as far as the usability of it, not having to jump back and forth. But that doesn't seem to be a problem these days. Like for me, I turn on the TV and it goes right to Apple TV, and I use the YouTube TV. I use the Hulu or the Hulu if I wanted it. I use the Netflix, which I think I see him in the bottom corner. Doug, thanks for the Netflix, buddy. I use Doug's Netflix. So I had they have Amazon Prime on there. I have Amazon Prime downloaded. I use that every once in a blue moon. Doug, I'm going over like some deals here and whatnot. We're shopping together. If there's anything that anybody's looking for, we can go out here and see if we can find it, and try to save you a few monies. Oh, you came to see Santa Claus. Hold on. Almost got it. I'm almost done. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Trying to put the hat on. I think it looks good. Oh, 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 oh. Hello, everybody. Michael stepped away for a moment, and I am jumping in here. Let's see here. I can't figure out my own hair because I'm looking in the monitor. Oh, oh, oh. How's everybody doing today? That is wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on the live stream today. We are having so much fun. Michael is taking a break. I am in here. I've got my all black Santa gig going on here. I'm like Johnny Cash. Oh, that train, it keeps a rolling. Santa Panetta. So this is how I was going to come on and tell everybody about the deals that we have online here today. Is there anything that this is horrible. I can't see a damn thing. There we go. That's better. All right, now I can see. Now I can see. Oh, oh, oh. Let me put my cans on so I can hear myself. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, we got Doug here that's looking for Nest products and a chair. You know what, Doug? I think Michael may have received an email about testing out a chair. A chair. Too bad I can't have it sent to you. I don't know if I would necessarily want to do this the whole time. Maybe someone screenshot this and say, Santa's giving deals out online. Come join the live stream. Oh, oh. Oh, either that or it'll scare people away, and YouTube will. You sound like Ernie with a chest cold. What do you mean? Oh, oh, oh! I don't sound like Ernie.
I can sound like Elmo Santa Claus. Ho, 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 Elmo. Perfect time to renew my channel when I move in. Yay!
What's that? You're, Oh, no! That sounded like Michael there for a second. This is Santa. Oh, I gotta fix my hair. My roots are showing. Oh, yes. Santa dyes his hair. What is this, flock of seagulls? Got the hair hanging down in front of my eyes? Oh, Santa's a damn hippie. He needs his hair cut. Oh, this is atrocious. I'm probably losing streamers. People probably leaving. Oh. Anyway, let's get back to looking for some deals. Doug's been a good boy this year. He's looking for some Nest deals. Doug, there's no Nest deals online. You're SOL. Oh, Cookie Monster. Nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Oh, Santa wants some of his coffee, but he can't drink with his stupid beard. Cookie Monster. Oh, anyway. All right. Let's keep going here. Doug, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but there are no Nest deals out there right now. Nest just wants to make their money. They've got the 3rd gen stuff up, but I honestly probably would just do better, probably closer to Christmas when it comes to that. Now, as far as chairs go, I mean, I don't know, man. Chairs are they're a very fickle thing. I hate to tell someone what kind of chair to get because it's such a tough thing. You got a bad lower back, you got a bad upper back, you got no ass, and you need support. Santa saying ass. Ho ho. This is marked PG-13. Ho ho ho. These nuts. Ha ha. Got him. This is what you call this is how you call quality content. This is what you call I'm surprised. How many thumbs down do we have? I Santa would not be surprised. Oh, oh, the things I do for views. Oh, oh, let's see here. Oh, there's no thumbs down. I'm shocked. I am shocked. Son of a gun. You just described me perfectly. It's like you know me. It's like I know you. Doug, you know what? I am going to tell you as far as like chairs and whatnot. How much are you looking to spend? Are you like less than 200? 150? You know, I mean like if you're looking for like a decent chair, I mean like the gaming chairs that are out there, a company emailed me and asked me if I wanted to review one of their gaming chairs. Or actually they called it an office chair. Essentially, but I mean it looked like a freaking gaming chair. And they do have gaming chairs, but they were like 150. Um, I think if you want to pick up one of the gaming chairs or ask for it for Christmas, ultimately I don't think you would be totally disappointed. What's this? The GT Omega? Yeah, like I don't even think they have these on Amazon. They do, but they're expensive. $249. There are some like gaming chairs out there um that are literally just like this, only less expensive. And I don't think you would be disappointed in any of them, to be honest with you. Like they're all they're all the exact same things. There's a GT Racing gaming chair that looks literally exactly like this one, and it's $130 on Amazon. And they got different colors and whatnot. They look pretty cool. The seat is bolstered pretty well on the sides. In fact, probably better than this one that I can see. I'll drop the link in there. You can check it out. But I'm sure if you find a company that you like online, you reach out to them and you're kicking up the YouTube channel again, I'm sure they'll send it to you for free, or you can get like a hell of a discount on something like that. But when it comes to gaming chairs, I don't honestly, and people that have them in the room, they're really not all that different. I mean, I kept this one because it was just like the color that I liked. I had that white one I gave to my buddy that, lives down the street. I mean, I know you wanted one, Doug. Couldn't necessarily get it to you, you know, unless I was gonna drive up there or you were gonna come down here. But a gaming chair is a gaming chair. They're all pretty much exactly the same. There's some variances between them, as far as if you're a wider hips and whatnot. That white one I had felt like really bolstered me in, and after a while, it got pretty uncomfortable. The GT Omega racing chair, the one that I have here. Let me go to their website and see exactly how expensive they are. I know they're not cheap. Um, let's see here. Da 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 da. Yeah, I see they're like $300. I honestly don't think. I don't think it's worth that. I don't think it's worth $300 for a chair. This one, I think this is mine right here, 224. But like I said, the one for the hunt for $130 that I posted in there, honestly don't think it's any different than this one. I took off the padded headrest on the back and the bolster in the middle. I could probably put it back on there and put it in the middle of my back. It would might help a little bit. But I get to the point where like I just kind of want to like sit back every once in a while, and if I'm watching like a longer video or something that I'm listening to, I might do like one of these and just sit back on the chair and lean back. And I don't want anything in my back pushing it out like that when I'm jacked up. So, when it comes to those type of chairs, those type of deals, they're all pretty much the same. You just want to make sure that maybe like the seat area is a little bit wider. If you're a bigger person, you might want to be a little bit more comfortable for that. That's the only thing I would check to make sure is the width in those specs to make sure that it's something that, you'd be comfortable with. I know those are a little bit different, and I can't believe I'm still dressed up like Santa Claus. So but as far as like any Black Friday deals for those things, you're probably not going to see a whole lot of those. I mean, they're already pretty well discounted, for their profit margins and whatnot. But so, let's jump back and, talk about some like cool deals, that are going on. I've used many kinds of batteries and many kinds of chargers and whatnot when it comes to for my phones and devices and all sorts of things. But there are a lot of companies out there. The one that I tend to really stick with a lot, that I will back until the day that I die, is Anker. I don't think you can go wrong with any Anker charger, any Anker product that they have out there. Now, as far as technology, they keep what is that? They keep updating their technology every year, and it gets a little bit better, a little bit faster, to charge your devices. And, depending on what you need, sometimes the older ones work just fine. You may not necessarily get a super fast charge, but you may not need it. You can plug it in and you put it in your back pocket and you go. Or you plug it in, you leave it on your table and you charge, and it takes a half an hour to charge as opposed to 10 minutes or 20 minutes. They have a 20,000 milliamp battery for sale right now on the Black Friday deal for $30. Again, it's a super, it's not small. It's definitely a little bit larger, but that's the first one that I see pop up here, as far as one of the deals that you could go for, is straight black. They've got blue and red, which are not on sale. So, listen, I sometimes you might want to be a little bit more fashion forward, but no, just stop. Just don't be fashion forward. Just save your money. But when it comes to other power banks, I just don't know them enough. And I'm sure the technology is out there where a lot of them are just fine. And if, you find something that, is the same power, it might be a little bit less. I would, just for my sanity, and I would just spend the money on Anker. I've never had a problem with any Anker products that I've gotten. Always there, always works. I have a ton that they have sent me. I have a ton that I bought, and I continue to buy their products because they just work. And that's, in my opinion, that's the deal. They have gotten into Soundcore, which is audio stuff. I have a different feeling on that. That's for a different day. So if you're asking me anything other than batteries, I would hold off on that. I am trying out some of their earbuds right now. They have some newer ones that are out. But I got to do the review on the old ones first before they'll send me the new ones. So I just think it's something that I would just stick with the batteries right now, to be completely honest with you. Any good deals on non-Bluetooth speakers, preferably stereo, that I can recommend? Non-Bluetooth? You know what? That's a tough question because Michael, a lot of the stuff that's Bluetooth is also non-Bluetooth. You can plug into them. They all have that option as far as good speakers that can be Bluetooth and non-Bluetooth. I can honestly say that JBL might be one of the best inexpensive speakers out there. And Michael, I have one of them that I got when I was in non-smart. It doesn't listen, you can plug into it. The JBL, I picked one up that might work. And I'll have to have you take a look at it, but I think it's the Flip 4. I think it's this one right here. I'll have to go look. But the next time we hang out, you can try this one before you buy it. You can plug into it as well, and it sounds so good, and it's so simple, and it's really cool. They even got an app for it. So and again, you don't need to use the app to use it, but it's so cool, and that's on sale right now. I don't think you'd be disappointed. And that's $50 or $60. I also love UE Boom, the Ultimate Ears. Their speakers are phenomenal. The UE Wonder Boom, which is an $80 little speaker. The Boom 2, the Mega Boom. These things, I've had these for years, and they only keep getting better as they get newer. I was over the last time I was at Morrison's, which I think was, before Vid Summit. When I went to visit him, they had the Wonder Boom, and he was using that and just kind of holding it and tossing around. It sounded wonderful, and it was like $100 at that time. Now they're even less expensive, but yeah, let me have you listen to the JBL one before you buy it. I think you'd be more than happy with it, to be completely honest with you. And like I said, you can plug into it or you can Bluetooth it. You don't have to use the Bluetooth if you don't want to. So very, very cool. Now I'm sure there are deals out there, as I'm frantically looking here as we're talking. Any other Bluetooth speakers. I've had companies send me a ton of Bluetooth speakers out there, and I did one which is the weird alien looking thing, and I'll be completely honest with you, I mean, it looked cool. I don't know if it sounded any better or any worse than a $100 speaker or a $50 speaker. But I think there's certainly a difference when you're spending $30 for a Bluetooth speaker or $100 for a Bluetooth speaker 9 times out of 10. You might find a good one, and there are some YouTubers out there that have tried out some ones and say, these sound really good, and these will work for you. And in most cases, the average consumer probably would be more than happy with a $30 or $40 speaker and will not know. But if you're outside and you want to use one for like a party, and you want people to be able to hear it, $80 to $100, I think people will be blown away with something. If you get something that's on sale, you save a couple bucks, $20 on an $80 speaker, that JBL Flip 4. You could put that at a party and people would be like, "What the hell is that thing? Sounds awesome," But again, a dime a dozen at this point when it comes to Bluetooth speakers. That's just like the battery chargers. It's just what I use, what I know, what I'm comfortable with. The JBL, I don't think you can go wrong. So it's all good. I don't think you can go wrong with a JBL and not be happy with it. Like I said, I've tried a ton of like these knockoffs and whatnot, and they're just, they're okay. They're okay, but when it comes to reliability, and the brand name, when it comes to those, you spend a couple bucks more, I don't think you'll be disappointed. But okay. So anyone else have any questions in the chat as far as what you're looking for? You know, a lot of the tech deals that I see on here are very, you know, dependent on what people may or may not want to pick up. And it's so funny because the Black Friday deals are so subjective. A phone is dying and I'm far from home. Well, what's wrong with you? You need a battery charger. Didn't I give you a battery charger? String lights to hang in my living room. Not really tech, but I do plan to hook them up to Alexa. Oh, well, you know what? Consumer electronic stuff or like Ring or like doorbell type stuff. Okay. Let's do the string lights first. Just like are you talking about Brewdub? Are you talking about like strip lights? You're not talking about just like regular lights, but maybe I'm trying to think. Like the LifeX or the because they have the LifeX strips, which in my opinion are some of the best, and depending on how long you need and how much you need. I mean, any one of them that are out there, any brands that are out there, they're not going to sell like a ton long strips that are available. We're talking like 6 foot, 8 foot strips when it comes to those. You can get the real cheap knockoff ones, for that are like 16 foot that have like a remote control with it. They look okay. I definitely think you would notice the difference in brightness when it comes to it compared to another brand. But again, you're not going to have them side by side. They're going to be accent lighting. So if you've got a space that you need like a lot, they've got ones out there that are 16 foot, 30 foot, and it literally just plugs in. It's, you can control it with Alexa. It's Wi-Fi. You can use your smartphone or the remote with it. I think the ones here that I see are like, you can play music, but I mean, we're talking like less than $50 for these things. And again, you're getting like 30 feet. Now, when it comes to LifeX and Philips Hue, you're getting like 9 feet for like $100. But I'm going to tell you right now, they look phenomenal. And when it comes to the knockoff brands and whatnot, you can go longer, but and they do work with Amazon Alexa and Google and all that sort of stuff. So let me know in the chat how long of a strand you need, and we can go looking for it real quick. Michael, as far as the consumer electronic stuff for doorbell, Ring doorbell, they're not going to have a whole lot of deals going on right now when it comes to that. But as far as quality for video doorbells, Ring was so popular for a while there that people really liked it and it works and people still use it. But Ring being purchased, didn't Amazon buy Ring? I think that's what it is. And then some people don't trust Amazon when it comes to the data being shared. But beyond all that, beyond the idea of your data being shared or, the access that those things can give and whatnot, it's a video doorbell. It's not unlocking your door. If someone wants to take my data and look outside my house, I don't really know how that helps or doesn't help me. But Ring video doorbell, constantly I see nothing but good reviews. You can do the video doorbell, which is the first one. That's $100, and it really is just kind of like a plug and play type deal. Yo, what's up, Joe? Abstit Rule. Like $100, $130 for the video doorbell too. Now, I tested out the Skybell. I did a review on that Skybell HD video, And they have newer ones that are out there, but the original one that I got was like the round one. And I did a video on it, and I constantly constantly do updates to my Wi-Fi, and I have to resync it. And it's only gotten better, in my opinion, as far as the ability for their updates and whatnot for it to work. There is no subscription fee. You can download the videos if you want for up to 7 days. So if you have something that goes on, you can download it off their thing for free. There's no service involved. You know, and it works with Alexa, it works with all that stuff. But the thing that's big for me is the fact that there's no subscription for the data. When it comes to Ring, I don't know if there is a subscription on that. Someone that might have Ring, if you can give me a heads up there. I'm not sure if there is some sort of fee for them to store your data. I don't know if there is or not. It's something that you know when you hear people talk about, they kind of gloss over those sort of things. There was one that I did pick up that I didn't get a chance to try out, which had a small fee. Here I see people here talking about in the reviews that they call bait and switch, but free 30-day subscription worked fine. But even now, trying to answer active Ring takes a long time to turn into past events. I don't know what they're talking about that. So I believe there is a subscription fee for the Ring Video Doorbell for them to store your information. So, you know, convenience when it comes to things like that, and usability. You tend to get a little bit better service when you're paying for something. When it comes to the doorbells and whatnot, I have had nothing but good experiences with the Skybell. And you know, every once in a blue moon, something weird will happen where it won't connect and whatnot. And it's funny because I see here the updated Skybell. It looks like Honeywell may have bought Skybell. Now I didn't know that, and they've got a new one on here. Now I might have to pick one of these up because this looks pretty cool. It's a narrow one that's even smaller than the round one that I had. I may have to try that out. It's 1080p video. 1 year limited warranty, a CMOS sensor. It's like a camera, for God's sakes, like a SLR. Up to 15 FPS compression, H.264. And again, I don't know if there's any kind of service or fee with that. I'll have to take a look at it. But when it comes to video doorbells, if you're serious about it, you know, the nice thing about Amazon is you can pick one up and try it out. Try it out for 30 days and then return it if you don't like it. You know, when it comes, for me right now, when it comes to the Skybell, there is no fee for a service. You're not buying something for it and then have to get a subscription to use it. You know, additional fees, always additional fees. You know, you buy an app you get an app for free on your phone, and you know, you got to watch ads for it to work, and then you got to constantly be asked if you want to sign up for a subscription. You know, it's like, oh dear Lord, remember the days where you could just buy an app and then not have to be bothered about a subscription? So when it comes to video doorbells, that's my opinion. You know, as far as they run. Brewdub, I'm sorry, you had commented in there. Right now I'm looking for a good deal on some string lights to hang in my living room. I didn't hear back from you about how long of a strand you needed. So I'm just going to keep on moving on until I hear back from you if you're still here, as far as those deals go. But let's move on. Another thing that I'm passionate about is audio, besides speakers, but earbuds. And I recently tried out the Apple AirPods Pro for about a month, and I have a video that I'm working on that I have with Jay, that Jay helped me do a video and try out the AirPods Pro. So that's going to be coming up very shortly as well. And as far as AirPods go, or as far as earbuds go, it's a very personal preference when it comes to sticking things in your ears. And you know, that's something that, depending on what people want and how people like to listen to their music, it's very difficult for me to sit there and say you should get these because the way they sound. And some people like loud. Um, some people like quality sound. I look there's a few things that I look for. Joe, I saw that message. I'll go ahead and talk about that in a second. When it comes to earbuds, let me find. Here we go. There's 6 things that I look for when I'm doing earbuds. Now, specifically earbuds, because over the ear are different. And number one, they have to sound good. For me personally, they have to sound good. Number 2, if you're dealing with wireless earbuds, the connectivity. I've tried ones that skip and stop and lose connection, and it's just the absolute worst. If that's the case, then they're junk. I very rarely have that happen. Most of them are pretty good. The next thing when it comes to earbuds is the comfort and fitment. I don't have the best ears when it comes to the silicone ones that come with the earbuds. It's just, they always move and they always fall out, and I try different ones, and it's something that I like to use the what are they called? Why can I never remember the name of these? But they're the foam, like the memory foam earbuds. Comply earbuds, for a lot of the earbuds that I use. How long the battery is and the charging process. Style is kind of important. You don't want them to look too stupid. And of course, price. So those are the 6 things I look for when it comes to earbuds in particular. And, sound, again, it's so difficult to sit there and say, these are $30 and, you should pick them up because they're $30. Look, you're going to pay $30. You're going to have issues. Okay. There are going to be problems, and there are going to be some things that you don't like because they're going to have to, you're going to have to deal with some sort of concessions. But, halfway through what you said. Sorry, someone's Brew Dub's talking in the chat. I have a large open air, trying to get more light over my table. Not so much accent lighting in the edges of the room. I always appreciate the tip on LifeX. Trying to get more light over your table. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. Let me know the amount of space that you need though. Like if you're looking for strip lights. Not so much accent lighting. Okay, that's cool, Brewdub. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's some bulbs that I've been meaning to try on Amazon, but I haven't had a chance to pick them up yet. I heard they were a lot brighter. But, when it comes to strip lighting and the amount of strip lighting that you need, you're going to be spending a lot if you do LifeX, if you need more than 6 to 9 feet. So it might be better just to maybe try out a brand that gets some decent ratings, and then try those out, plug them in, and see how bright they look to you. Maybe get a couple of them, and then put them side by side in a dark room and see which ones you feel like are brighter. That's the best thing about Amazon. You can buy 1 or 2 things, maybe even 3 of them, and return the other 2 that you don't like. Just as far as how they work. Yeah, 50 feet. Yeah, definitely look on that and on Amazon for that amount. And like I said, don't hesitate to pick up a couple different ones and try them side by side from what you'd be happy with, and return them. That's the best thing about Amazon. So when it comes to the earbuds, cool, good deal. When it comes to the earbuds, there are a few that I use. And I'm here to say, and again, I'll say this in my review, and there's not many people in here, so I'm not like breaking anything massive to the world. but the AirPods Pro did not do it for me. And here's why. The sound was okay. I don't feel like they got loud enough. In my opinion, I thought they were okay, like in perfect situations where you didn't have a lot of sound around you. Yes, they have the noise canceling. I thought it was okay. Connectivity, 100% great, no problem whatsoever. Comfort and fitment, that's where it fell short. And I would use them to walk around, and I'm constantly like pushing them back in my ears. And I tried all three. I'm just not a silicone. I just don't like silicone earbuds. And that's the problem with these wireless, true wireless earbuds lately, is that the tolerances in the cases that they give you are so fine that if you even go for the Comply earbuds, which go stick out from the piece as opposed to around it like a lot of these do, they don't fit in the charging case. So if I wanted to get them, I'd have to take the Comply buds off, put them in the case. Well, that's stupid. Nobody wants to do that. So a lot of these things that everyone's trying out and talking about, if you don't have the perfect ears for it, which I don't, none of the sizes work for me, I'm constantly filling and they're constantly falling out, and I'm losing that connection, that comfort and fitment in there where I'm getting the best sound quality, that I have to put them back in. And when I'm running, and listen, this is a lot to run. When I'm at the gym and I'm on the treadmill, the elliptical, or working out, they're constantly sliding out, and I have to push them back in. And it's annoying. It's constant. Battery's fine. Charging's great. Like I said, as long as you have the earbuds and the right tips on them. Style, I mean, it's Apple. Either you love them or you hate them. And price, they're expensive. They're expensive. I have these. These are one of the older Soundcores. This is the Anker product that I use. And what's nice about these is I put these little ear wings on here, these winglets. And like I said, these tips on here, they go around the tip portion of the headphone. I put Comply on here, and when you go to put it back in the charging case, it's such a tight tolerance in there that it won't fit in there. And that's most wireless that won't work. So that's a major flaw in these wireless earbuds, that if you're someone that doesn't necessarily like the tips that come with it, you can't necessarily go out and get, like I said, the Comply. I use the wired ones, that have the wires that go around your ears, that you can put behind there, and you got just the cable connecting the two. You don't have a case to put them in. So if I want to get Comply earbuds on there, I can do that, and I don't have to worry about putting in a case to charge them. So they'll fit a lot better. So, that's a bonus for me. That's something that I think is extremely important. So for me, and the wireless earbuds compared to wired, convenience, it's okay. It's kind of cool, but I'm always constantly feel like any kind of earbuds, even these that I like, I'm constantly fiddling with them, trying to keep them in my ears. So if you're someone that has problems with keeping things in your ears like that, I would strongly suggest maybe some wired ones. And some of the wired ones that I really like are not new. They're the Jaybirds X2 earbuds. They're wireless, but they have the wire that connects them, and I'm extremely happy with the way that they work, and they're less than $100. They're the X2 old style earbuds, and there's a pair here that's on sale. They got different price ranges for different colors, which is so seriously annoying. It's not funny. But these are the ones that they even have tips and winglets that you can put on them. I use these constantly. I always go back to these. And why? because I have my Comply earbuds on them and I can throw them in my ears. These sound good. They fit well because of the Comply. If you're someone that doesn't have a problem with just regular ones fitting in your ears, you're good to go. As a matter of fact, I think they may even include Comply style foam earbuds on there. I don't quote me on that because I've had these for such a long time. They sound good. They fit good. They feel good, and you're not going to lose them if you throw them around your neck. And they have a case that you can throw them into. You can throw extra tips in there and whatnot. I bought these back in July 11th of 2016. Is the last time I bought them, according to my Amazon purchase here. And I could not be happier. $75. It's not a super deal or anything, or anything on a Black Friday deal, but that's a deal in my opinion that you can't go wrong with. That's not even a deal, but it's a deal for me and a deal for you because they're super old earbuds, and in my opinion, they sound better than the X3s that I had. They fit better than the X3s, and those X3s are more expensive. So, a family member of mine wants a new phone. She has Metro PCS. She would with OnePlus or an iPhone. She currently has a Galaxy J7. Well, when you're talking about someone that's using an Android phone and switching over to an iPhone, it depends on how old they are, what they use the phone for. If they use the phone just to make phone calls and texts, and that's really about it, and maybe take the occasional picture, you'll probably get the OnePlus for a lot cheaper through something like that. If it's somebody that, would like to make a change and doesn't like Android, then maybe they make the change because they don't like Android. But if they're happy with it and they're using it for basics, I mean, the OnePlus you'll probably get for a really good price. So that could be it. Any deals that are jumping out to me? As I sit here and talk to you guys, I'm not really seeing anything like huge that's jumping out to me. Obviously I'm running through what Amazon is pushing out to me. As far as deals, getting any emails and whatnot, it's really like the same old when it comes to products out there. Let me see here. If I just jump to their page, I laugh because, again, it's all subjective to what it is that they want to show us when we jump on. They're obviously going to push their Amazon products first and, go on from there. But anything super duper that's really standing out to me? No, honestly, it's really at the end of the day just stuff that they're trying to get in front of the people and really push. And it really depends on what you're looking for. Like if you're looking just to pick some things up and technology wise, there's lots of stuff out there. But beyond that, I'm trying to not really look at anything else other than tech stuff. As far as what I would want to do, a couple of the cool things they have are like some SSDs, that are for sale. Let's see here. What was the one that I saw? Someone shared with me. Oh my goodness, it was a really good deal. I think it was a SanDisk SSD. And oh my goodness, I wish I could remember which one it was. It was an SSD, external, like carry SSD. I'll have to go look for it. It was like 100 and some odd bucks. But I know the one thing that jumped out to me that I had shared earlier was the SD card, the SanDisk Extreme. Just as far as data wise in your camera, in your video camera, if you use an SD card, 128 gig for $20 stood out to me. People were talking about is a major deal. Such an awesome deal for an SSD. I don't think you can go wrong with SanDisk. But I'm trying to let me see if I can find that SSD. I cannot, for the life of me, cannot remember. It like rivaled the Samsung T5s, the SSD T5s. Oh, was it Crucial? No, I don't think it was Crucial. Let me look for it real quick while we're sitting here talking. It was a 1 terabyte SSD, external SSD, like portable. And I can't remember who shared it with me. I'll have to go back and look. I don't think it was Jay. Jay's gone. Let me go back in here and jump on the Hangouts and see if it was somebody that I know shared it with me. No, I don't think it was Josh. I don't know if it was in here in our chat or not. With Michael and Jay. I don't think so. Darn, that stinks because it was such a good deal. I can't remember where it was. Silly me, I should have threw it in my cart and put it on there as far as what I was looking for. Hello. I don't know when I subscribed to your channel. Well, I may look a little different. Oh, you came to Santa's channel. No, I'm kidding. As a matter of fact, this is really, yeah. All right, how much white fur do I have? Look at this. Jeez, Santa, you're molting. Oh, that's better. Oh, that feels so much better. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that hair. I'm looking at myself in the thing here. I gotta fix the old hair. That's gonna drive me batty. I don't fix that first. Look at that. Ugh. There we go. I'm all sticking up now. Here, we'll cover it up with the headphones. Oh, wrong way. There we go. No. I'm looking in the camera and I forget which way I part my hair. That's horrible. So, anyway, yeah, it's so funny because a lot of people share Black Friday deals, and this is why I wanted to come on live here and chat about it, because so many people might be looking for different things technology wise that, some of the stuff that's being shared out there isn't necessarily in the budget. And like Sony tweeted out, save $1,500 now on the FS7 4K handheld. Who the hell's going to spend $6,000 on a camera because it's Black Friday and they save a couple bucks? Listen, if you're spending $7,000 on a camera, either you can already afford it and you're looking for a serious upgrade, and if you can barely afford it, maybe you need to rethink what you're doing, because that's a big leap just to pick something up because they're selling it on Black Friday. So there's that. But anyway, as far as I'm trying to see here what we got when it comes to anything good. Like it's just underwhelming is usually what I end up feeling. No, there won't be any deals on a OnePlus 7T. The only suggestion I have for you, if you're in the States, if it's something that you're able to do, is, and I don't know if this is necessarily even out of the States if you don't live in the US, is Swappa. Um, there are a ton of phones on Swappa and swappa.com. That's SWAPPA. And if you want to look for a OnePlus 7T, I don't even know. Do they have them on here? Yeah, they've got the 7T, 7T Pro. If we just go in 7T, there are some deals on there. That seems like a lot. $500? That seems kind of high. I could be wrong. About $560, and these are new, and there's some that are good, that are a little bit less. So, and if you're someone that isn't too keen on picking up something that might be used on Swappa, oh, okay, yeah. And again, I don't know if anybody on Swappa is going to be doing doing an international shipping in that. So, yeah. No, there isn't going to be any kind of deals and whatnot unless you know somebody that'll sell to you. Again, the phone companies are not looking to make a big splash on Black Friday when it comes to trying to sell anything. I don't even know if Apple, to be completely honest with you, besides getting a $200 gift card on select items. Now, mind you, up to this. I always love the up to. It's the up to $200 gift card. If you buy an iPhone XR, you get a $50 gift certificate. If you buy an Apple Watch Series 3, you get a $25 gift certificate. I mean, it's like, if you happen to be in the market for one of those, yeah, that's nice. Like, my buddy Tomas picked up a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and now they're offering the $200 gift card, and he's within his 30-day window. He's returning that stuff, and he's getting his $200 gift card. That's good, But beyond that, you get a $200 gift card if you happen to be buying it, or a $50 gift card, or if you're in the market for buying something like that, you get a couple bucks here and there. But don't go out of your way just to get a $50 Apple gift card that you have to use at Apple. If you're not something that's going to be, specifically picking something up, when it comes to phone deals, any kind of phone that you might be picking up. I know that there was a link here for phones for Amazon, but they're linking in cell phones with accessories. So when you go into the list here, you've got a ton of different things alongside of it. Of course, they throw the Pixel 4 in there, and Pixel 4 64-inch. I'm sorry, 64-inch. Wow, that's a big phone. 64 gig, for $599. $600. So you're saving a couple $100 off of that. But that was the deal before Black Friday. So, again, depending on where you live, that might be something. But honestly, people weren't too happy with the Pixel 4. So I don't know if that's something that people would really be looking for at that point. But, it's so funny. Every Black Friday, you go out and you think, okay, I'm going to be looking for some stuff. I'm going to be picking some stuff out. And you get into it, and really at the end of the day, it's almost like, and again, this is why I wanted to come live, just to kind of peek through and talk to you guys, catch up a little bit, let you know that I'm still alive, and see what deals are out there as far as tech stuff. Let's jump into let's see, what do they got here? We did that. How about like routers and stuff like that? I like to use um the mesh Wi-Fi system. And there has been a ton of talk about what has been good and what has been bad. As far as what's working and what's not working. I love Orbi. I think Orbi does a really good job when it comes to a Wi-Fi system. There are a lot of people out there that just have a standard Wi-Fi router, and depending on what you want to use and how serious you are with it, it's always good to pick up something that will get you some more whole house coverage. I would never suggest a Wi-Fi extender. I just don't think that they work well enough. If you're going to get a Wi-Fi extender, you're spending like $15-20 on something, maybe 30 or 40 bucks on something. You're better off saving that and then going out and getting a mesh system, because the mesh system will give you more access points throughout the throughout the network. So I don't think you can go wrong. But I have okay. I just got a text from the wife. We're having a washer issue. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. All right. I was going to go 2 hours. We're 1 hour and 45 minutes. And I think this could be a big deal. So I think I should go take care of that. So I'm going to jump off here. And I enjoy talking with everybody for a couple hours. And there's only 6 people in the room, and I think it's my friends. So a very underwhelming Black Friday, as always. I'm usually one of the ones that's like, meh, there's a few good things here and there. Really, I just wanted to come on just to talk to you guys, talk about a few things, get some information off there and whatnot. But I think that might be it. There's the Star Wars Lego Millennium Falcon deal that is coming up in a minute. Hold on, I'm curious to see what this is. These guys are live right now. These 2 yahoos are live right now. The deal starts in a minute, and let's just sit here for a minute, and let's see what this deal is. And I love how this might sell fast. Might sell fast. It's $800 right now. I'm curious to see what the big deal is, what this is supposed to be going for, and why this is supposed to be so good that it's going to be going for something less. Okay, we got 45 seconds, and then I'm going to jump off of here. I'm really curious to see what this is, because I'm just not buying it. Oh, this is epic. Let's see exactly what this is. I'm so curious to see. I mean, anyone that's going to spend $800 on Legos is dedicated. I mean, that's dedication. Listen, I'm a huge Star Wars geek, but I'm not going to spend $800 on the Millennium Falcon. I'll go out and find a Millennium Falcon toy compared to a Lego one. All right, we got 3, 2, 1. Deal start. The deal is started. All right, so what's the deal? How much? $479. They took 40% off. It's still almost $500. $500 for a Lego kit. That's dedication. Hey, listen, if you are inclined, I highly doubt it, but I'm sure. It's 100% claimed. Never mind. Forget it. Apparently, it was popular. Never mind. All right. With that being said, we're going to go off. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was fun. You got a few people in here. Maybe I should do this more often. Maybe we'll get more people in here. And I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. got some stuff coming out. Got some new stuff coming out. Working on some pretty serious YouTube stuff on my end, and stepping up the game. So thank you guys so much. You all have a good one. I'm going to go fix the washer and see what's up. Have a good afternoon, and don't buy TVs on Amazon. Don't buy Black Friday TVs. That's my gift to you. That's my Black Friday deal. Do not buy TVs at Best Buy today. Take it easy.